part of dropping that sound. Juice and them so with the shit. They so funny. They crazy. They knew that I used to be married to my baby daddy. Like, real true story. I got married when I was 16. My mom signed the papers over for me to be married to him. And they knew that I had went through a divorce too. That, I had left him and all that. So they knew that was going to be the purpose song to put me out. This was way before Baby Boy got it. Because we had it first. It's on the Choices album too. So they wanted the song, and once they got the song, they put it in the movie, and they flew all us up. They flew us everybody, because everybody that was in the movie and everybody who did something on the soundtrack premiered the movie. So I got to meet everybody that was in the movie way back then. They played the first verse, and everybody like, yeah, ooh, clapping and stuff. But then they played the second verse, and I was like, we need to tell John Singh there was two more other motherfuckers on that song too. He was like, man, he just should have flew you up.
Lord, please, chicken head.
Patty had just got out of jail, and he was like, man, Chad, I got this song that I need you on. He like, I want you to roast me on this joint. We're going to be roasting each other. And I was like, okay. And so when they was playing it, he came beside me and was like, what you got? I heard my first line. Then he sat down and he wrote his line. Then I wrote my line, and then, it went just like that. And we ended up dropping it, and it came out to be still hot 2025.
Hell yeah, them folks in the chat saying that that's one of the most iconic back and forth. Y'all up there with like Styles and Jadakiss and shit when it comes to that for sure.
I call it hood classic. It's certain stuff that I just can't help, because like I said, I was raised as a daughter. I was the baby. I had 3 brothers, and my mom just kept me up to par. And she always called me her little flower pot, so I always had the feminine there. But I also always had the brothers there too that was roughing me up. I was raised with a mixture of it, and it'll never go away. That's why I said some of, a lot of stuff you just can't take out of you. You can't take the hood out of you. You can't take the class out of you. And then you put them together, then that's what you get. Lil Chad.
Thank you for being here at Great Lyricist Only Podcast. We got your host, Danny Kidd. We got Melissa, the exclusive. Also, we have our sound engineer there. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Good Time Grammars in the building.
Yeah. I don't play it safe with my shit.
Shout out to everybody that's still spitting. Great lyricists, the Great Lyricist Only Podcast.
Only on the Great Lyricist Podcast.
That's right. You know what I'm saying?
It's a gift.
This is my favorite interview ever. I love y'all, man. Y'all are so funny.
But saying a funny bar with a serious voice is just the funniest fucking thing.
Thank David for that.
Let's get this thing going.
Can you dig it?
That's how I roll.
You never know who's gonna show up, but the job is
good job.
They not being us.
I just like anything that has to do with rap, you know what I mean?
Y'all made me really feel real.
My name is Melissa, the exclusive, aka Exclusive Rights. I'm too lit for this. It's always a pleasure when David does these interviews.
Y'all got Mary Poppins to give us that intro?
I like Claire too, baby.
That's the homie. She's in the UK.
We've got it down to a final between us now.
Hey y'all, welcome to Great Lyricist Only Podcast. Hey Lil Chat, oh my God, girl, I'm about to fan out. Girl, I'm about to fan out. So this is, having you here right now is such an honor. It's such a dream come true. Like, I'm from North Memphis, my exit 5 Hollywood, my 38108. No, right. Thumbs up like a motherfucker. So, like, I am, like, smiling ear to ear, showing all 32. Like, I'm fan that I can't even breathe right now. Like, I appreciate David right now letting me be a part of this. You, and rest in peace to my Lola. Gangsta Blue raised me, man. So, it's just such an honor to be here, to have you here tonight, man, giving us your time. We sure appreciate you coming through.
Thank y'all for having me, for sure.
So let me get the intro started right quick. Give me like 2 seconds. We go.
Good evening and welcome to the Great Lyricists Only Podcast with your host, Mr. David Kidd, and his moderators, The Big Arc and Melissa the Exclusive. Here, we celebrate icons who shape culture with their words and their presence. And we have a true Memphis legend in the building. Born Chastity Daniels, but known to the world as LeChat, she comes straight out of Memphis, Tennessee, rising to prominence as a powerful voice within the historic collective Hypnotized Minds. You knew she was destined for greatness when her very first rap, Peace in the Middle East, was played all over the intercom back in middle school. Since then, LeChat has delivered raw energy, unfiltered truth, and unforgettable verses that cement her as one of the South's hardest working lyricists. From groundbreaking solo work to classic collaborations, she's been breaking down barriers and holding it down for women in hip-hop since day one. It's an honour to give flowers to the one and only LeChat.
Yeah. So again, thank you, Miss LeChat, for being here this evening with Great Lyricist Only Podcast with David Kidd, Melissa, the exclusive, Big Ock, you know what I'm saying, Swan, of course, Miss Don't Play, you know what I'm saying, from Memphis, like you just said, North. Thank you for being thank you for being here. Really appreciate you know what I'm saying, because other folks, you know what I'm saying, they just, I don't know, but again, thank you. This is my honoring of you, and I think like people like yourself need to be honored and say, we're the fans, we want you to know that we love you day to day, you know what I'm saying? This is my way of showing my appreciation for you as a person, and not just a rapper or a lyricist, just as a person. You've been holding it down for like forever, you know what I'm saying? Consistency is your mantra, you know what I'm saying? So you've been doing your thing for a long time, and I really appreciate you, right? So one of my first questions, like kind of a double or maybe a triple parter, right? So one of your first forays into like hip hop, right? You in the third grade, you did a poem for Dr. Martin Luther King for Black History Month, right? So when you did that, right, like what made you, instead of you saying, you know what, let me go ahead and I'm gonna recite something, what made you say I'm gonna write a poem? What got you into that mindset to write a poem?
Well, really what happened was they had the Black History program going on, and I needed poster boards. I was like, dog, and it became like a day left to do it. Okay, it came a time I was like, dog, you know, my mom worked 2 jobs, so she was so busy, she didn't get to give me my posters and all this other stuff. And I was like, man, tomorrow we supposed to be giving something for Black History Month. And so I got an older brother, may rest in peace, named Curtis. He was like, you don't got none? I like, no, I don't got none. He said, I know what you gonna do. You gonna say a rap. I'm like, I'm gonna say a rap. He's like, yeah, you gonna say a rap. I'm like, all right. So he wrote the rap. And so he wrote it. He made me learn it. And then he was like, you know, you gonna go to school and you gonna say this. So y'all wanna hear it?
My hell yeah, we want
Absolutely,
to hear
hell
that
yeah.
junk. Hell yeah.
I was about to ask if you remembered, but since you remember, go right ahead.
Yeah, I did. Dr. Martin Luther King this very day. All the people just love him for what he say, and whatever he say, he says it out loud. His voice, you know, just draws a crowd. See, it all started out not long ago. Dr. Martin Luther King, you was a kid, you didn't know. He had a dream, and his dream came true. He was fighting for the rights for me and you. He got bottles and bricks thrown in his face, but Dr. Martin Luther King never ran away. He's the greatest of the greatest. He's the king of all. He's Dr. Martin Luther King, standing brave and tall.
That's what I'm
After I said that, I thought I was a rapper. See, first when I went to school, I was like, oh Lord, I'm
And
gonna go up there and say a rap. I'm like everybody coming with displays and volcanoes erupting and all type of stuff. And I'm talking about I'm finna say a rap. I was like, oh Lord. But when it was my turn, it was like, Chastity, yo go. So I walked up there in front of the class and I just bust that joint. And then when I got through, I got a standing ovation. They were clapping and all that. I was like, oh, okay, I'm a rapper. And since that day on, I thought I was a rapper.
Nice. So my question to you about that, right? So who were your early influences in rap music? You know what I'm saying? Who made you say like, I want to be a rapper? Like who was your first few rappers that you like?
MC Lyte. I love me some MC Lyte. Like we did talent shows in school, or if we had dances, whatever. I always imitated her.
How are you able to get exposed to MC Lyte, being that you from like we from Memphis? So how was you able to get that? I don't think the box was a thing back then.
Nah,
When
but
you
we had MTV, you know, we had cable. That's why I be trying to tell everybody, like, you know, I never was the girl. I'm a street girl, but I never was the ones in the street. My mama always had everything for me. I'm the one that jumped off the porch and didn't have to following a dude. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we had cable, man, watching MTV, Yo MTV Raps, all that right there.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you know what's funny, little chat? My mentor is Dr. Dre from UMTV Raps. I'm gonna make y'all meet each other because that's my mentor. Actually, that's me and Melissa's mentor. So
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna link y'all up. Yeah. That's our people's, man. Uh, but I'll go right ahead. I think Melissa has something, and then right after that's gonna be Swan, Big Ocken, and Miss Don't Play. Miss Don't Play, you know what I'm saying? She's from Memphis, so that's gonna be fire for her asking questions that we don't know that's out of town. But go right ahead, Miss Melissa.
Hey, how you doing? I don't even think I got to introduce myself. I'm also excited that you're here. I'm the resident poet in the house, so I'm super excited about the poetry turning into rapping and all of that. So my questions are definitely going to be in your head about wordplay, memorization, things of that nature. So at what point, I guess I'll start there since that's where we kind of ended. When you say poetry for you or your version of a poem actually was rap or you turned it into something else, how did you journey through that? Was it like immediate for you? Because you were at this at what, like 13, 14, right?
Nah, I was in the third grade, so I could have been maybe like, 9, 10.
So even earlier than that. Okay.
Yeah. But I did when I was in the seventh grade. I had wrote Peace in the Middle East, and it was a rap. It was a rap. But when I passed it out and it got hold to the principal, he said it over the intercom as a poem. So I got recognition from that.
Okay, bet. So you were never intending to be a poet. It was always lyricist, period.
Yep, I always seemed to be a rap. And it was around the time when we was in going to war for oil.
Yeah.
That's when I wrote it, yep.
I
Now I
remember
don't
we had
remember
to
that
do.
one.
Go ahead.
I said I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I remember we had to, like, my class project, we had like one of our, it's probably like science class, you have like the resourceful day. And I think we had to like make videos for the soldiers over there or something. So yeah, everybody was doing their big one. Or at least trying to make their dent. Okay, that's what's up. So, okay, I have another question. It's going to jump forward. We'll get back. I want to hear the story about how you got the opportunity. I think I heard part of the story from your interview on the porch, right? And you look like you were super hyped to be there. But the part that had me cackling is when you said about your first opportunity to spit. I think it was for Juicy J, right? And you said that you was in a room full of folks. So you was like, yeah, he hung up, click. And you was like, oh, snap, it's done. Like, I missed it. And then he called you back on business. How was that? Like, I kind of want to hear how you were feeling all in that.
Okay, I was going to East High School, junior high, somewhere up in there, and Lil Noah. Shout out Lil Noah. He a guy that was rapping with Juicy J already. We had a talent show and he rapped and I rapped and he won first place, of course, because he was known. I won second place. He was like, man, you really can rap. I'm going to tell Juicy you can rap. I'm going to give him your number. I was like, okay, yeah, right. You going to give Juicy J my number. Okay. So he didn't give it to him that day. So that's why I didn't know I got caught off guard. Probably could have been a couple of days or later on during the week or something. Just called me. He was just like, what's up? What's up? This Juicy. I'm like, hey, I heard you can rap. I was like, yeah, I can rap. He was like, speak some. I was like, my mama at home. He was like, your mama at home. I was like, yeah, my mama, she at home. She in the next room. He said, man, I thought you wanted to rap. All right. And he hung up. And I was like, oh my God, I just missed my chance. I was like, how did I just do that just that quick? I just blew it. And yeah, I was like, I was sad. So then it was like 2 hours later, I'll never forget, it was like 12 o'clock midnight. When he called me back, he was like, hey, what's up, this Jordan? I said, Jordan. He said, yeah, this Jordan, this Juicy. I said, hey, he said, I heard you can rap. I said, I can rap. He said, let me hear something. I said, wait a minute. This time I went out the door, up the street, around the corner, around some more corners, and I rapped. I rapped my ass out.
Your mama didn't know you was cussing then?
My mom was too busy. Like my mom was a real rambler because I was the only girl. I was the baby, and she always was rambling in my room. But she'd be like, "Who writing these letters? Who these letters going to? Who doing all this old foul cussing and doing all this old foul talking? Where these letters coming from?" And I just like, Lord, because I used to hide them out, write them and hide them. And next thing I know, she pulled them out again. Who letters? Who you writing these letters to? I was just like, Lord, I can't tell this lady off these raps. I used to get in trouble. Get in trouble, put on punishment, took my phone, took in, all that. I didn't know how to tell her, Mom, these raps, because the type of stuff I was talking about, there's no way she would have believed me.
Yeah, that's what's up. I love that. I have a ton of other questions, but I'm gonna rest my mic for the moment, pass it on, and I'll get back. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, for sure. So you was doing this right here.
Yeah.
With the hollow point shells land, man, nobody knows.
Niggas, bitches, stepping all up to this pimpin'. Got me fucked up, you little stupid ass suckers, little chat this never slippin'. Fucking these bitches down and try to come up to this player wrong. Bitches mad, hoes stay, cause my pimpin' way too strong. Niggas, when you violate, then you know it's that I'm fucking dead. You niggas never heard about the heartbreak, a little motherfucking pimpin' ass chat. Coward bitches got some manner, bring that shit on to the floor. Or we can bring this shit up to your house, all the points coming through your door, 666 up.
Your mom was. I see what you was hiding. I see what you was hiding over there.
I didn't play.
She
I
was
don't
off
even
that
know where
pit.
it came from. My own self. I was like 12, 13 years old. Like, I don't even know where, if my son or my daughter did, I'd be on their ass right now. I don't know where it even came from, but yeah, that's what I said. I said that exact rap to the point that he was like, you can't rap. He was like, man, you hard. I'm going to pull up on you. I want to get you on something. I was like, okay. So he ended up pulling up like 2 days later. He came with like the recorder thing that you push record and play down and a microphone to play the music. And he gave me some headphones. And right in my living room, there it go. And he was like, I'm going to put Crunchy Black on this thing. And I was like, okay. And shoot, when it came out, Memphis Streets was like, how you get on that song? How you start rapping with them? And
That's
I was
fire.
like,
That's fire.
I did it.
That's fire. And wait, that was your first rap right there, or at least on record, right?
That was my first rap on record. Yeah.
That's fire. Okay. That's that body full of bullet holes. I'm like, wait, how your first song, Body Full of Bullet Holes? That's crazy, man.
I mean, she got the classic album called Murder She Spoke. What the fuck did you expect?
Right.
Like,
No, but I'm saying, but her first rap though was, you know what I'm saying? But right before you Swan, I'm gonna have Swan. Go right ahead, Miss Swan, and then Big Ock, and then Miss Don't Play. You know what I'm saying? North. Go ahead, Miss Swan.
No, absolutely. Thank you again. I'll say this. I'm a big MC Light fan too. You know, I'm a late '70s baby. So with you being from the South or whatever, how did you correlate that into your flow? Because we're the East Coast is a little bit different type of cadence, a little bit different type of style. How did you incorporate that into your own personal flow?
I was born with it. You know, there's just the Southern in me. I didn't have to practice. I didn't have to try to make it up. It just came with it. I guess from me being from the South. It just came naturally.
One final question I might have a little bit later. What's your favorite MC Light song?
I'm the light. La 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 la. So what? What is
LYCE.
Yeah, if I say it again, I said it before. Move out the way when I'm coming to the door. Me, heaven, I'm light as a rock. Guys shock. Even some of the girls rock. Step back and I ain't the type of party. Don't get me started. I just love MC Light.
So Big Ock, go right ahead, Big Ock, and then after that we got Miss Don't Play.
All right, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
All right, now, when I listen to your music, like, your shit is raw as hell. Like, but, like, you, like, maintain your femininity in that rawness. Like, how do you balance that?
I call it hood classic. Is what I call it. Because some things you can't take away. Like, you can't take away the hood I got in me. You can't take away the classic that I got in me. And then you put them together, then that's what you get. Little Chad.
say that shit. You ain't know? Fuck you mean?
Hell yeah. Now, what do you think? Uh, okay, I'll put it like this, whatever. What's your hardest verse? What do you feel is your verse that you can do? You know that this gonna get motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna have these motherfuckers turned up off that shit.
I gotta say, the one I did with your guy that shot a valet.
Woo! Whoop that hoe.
I still
Whoop
do
that
that
hoe.
today, and they act like that song was mine. I was just a feature on
Man, you stole the show on that hoe though. I ain't gonna lie.
it. I still do it today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. Doc, you asking some man great questions. I mean, I'm just in disbelief. Like, my rest in peace to Lola, cause my next to her, like you. And you see my name. So in 2001, man, my life changed. I was 13 years old, 2001, man. Pat dropped that motherfucker, Mr. Don't Play Anything working. And that was my first email. And I'm like, yeah, I'm from North Memphis too. Like, them niggas were putting on for the city. Like, everything y'all did, Chad, I just want to say thank you, man, from the bottom of my heart. Like, putting the city on, man. Because you and Lola, Gangsta Boo, man, was repping for the females. And y'all was polar opposites, but both of y'all was, just putting on. Like, Gangsta Boo, she would do the sexy thing. Where them dollars at, nigga? Where we come from, that Memphis pimping and shit, and then you would come on there, motherfucker, man, bumping and letting them know, like, yeah. But then you would do a song like Slob on My Cat and still do the feminine shit. So I just always love how you would turn this shit on and off, like the tomboy shit. And this shit, man, just inspired me to, like, damn, you could really do it. You could turn it on and off. Like, who taught you that? Because MC Light wasn't doing that. So, like, who taught you to take it to the next level? Like, how to be able to turn this shit on and off.
That's why I said a lot of stuff you just can't take out of you. You can't take the hood out of you. You can't take the class out of you. Like Boo Boo, I call Boo music like sexy gangster. That's what she is. And then I'm hood classy because we used to go places. We used to be like, we'll get out, I gotta keep these nails done. I gotta keep my toes done. I gotta do. She be like, Chad, you stay doing this. It look like I'll be the one that be doing this. Look how you holding your hand. You really a lady in so many ways. It's certain stuff that I just can't help because, like I said, I was raised as a daughter. I was the baby. I had three brothers, and my mom just kept me up to par all the time. She made sure my hair was done. She made sure I was clean, and she always called me her little flower pot. So I always had the feminine there, but I also always had the brothers there too that was roughing me up, swinging me, and one of them was swinging me one day and ended up letting me go. I fell off the porch, So I was raised with a mixture of it, and it'll never go away. It won't go away.
Yeah, I think I heard you refer to it as nigga bitch music, and I love it,
Mm-hmm.
man. I love it.
Yeah. Nigga bitch music. Yeah, when people be like, yo, you a tomboy. I'm like, I'm not a fucking tomboy. I was playing jacks and shit. I was jump roping. I'm not sitting up playing basketball and motherfucking football. Goddamn it. That's just who I am. I'm not a tomboy though. Like I just was raised, around hood shit, and I'm still, classy at the same time.
Yeah, no, I was just like saying, like, yeah, because I understand what you're saying, like being just raised that way, but I guess a lot of people perceive that if you weren't being overly sexual, then the opposite was, being a tomboy. But I heard you say like they used to dress you and they kept you into like that style, that gimmick, the baggy clothes and shit on your album cover and shit. Like you ain't want to necessarily dress like that. Is that a part of Lil Chat? How do you think you would have dressed it up if you
Yeah,
really had
because
the choice?
yeah, I loved it sometimes, but once again, my little classic would kick in. You see what I'm saying? Like I love to do the bag clothes, I love to do the button downs. I always done it. Like y'all remember I was rapping with something right. If y'all see back, y'all see I had button downs on, look, but with cute pants that was baggy. I didn't mind that, but I still put my shorts on and my little slouch socks on and my little halter tops on and all that. So I remember when Juice first started because we was at the Freaknik. And sure, everybody else got their little shorts on. I want to put my little shorts on too. What you mean? I'm thick too. I'm stout too. So we at the Freaknik. I come on down. I'm like, hey, just like, check. I'm like, what? He like, go back upstairs and change clothes. I'm like, what? Man, nah, you gotta be chat at all times. You gotta be chat. I'm like, we at the freaking, he said it don't matter. You got to be chat at all times. So, you know, he like, I ain't gonna lie, you look good right now. You look good, but that ain't how I want people to see you. I want people to see you how you be when you be chat. I want you to put them baggy pants on, put them the t-shirts on, put the hair, put a bandana on, go come back down looking like chat. Like, Lord, okay. And then I mean we did the Thunderdome in New Orleans. And once again, you know, I came down with some capris this time. We weren't even doing the show. I came down with some capris and a little shirt, the little cover-up shirt. She's like, chat, there you go. I'm like, what? He like, go back upstairs, look like chat. And I get it. And I got it, you know, after a while, because I just like, damn. So I was like, okay then. So I go back upstairs, put my little jeans on, put my little Timberland boots on, put my little V-neck t-shirt on and my little bandana around my head, and there I go. You know what I'm saying? So they stamped it. They made sure that I stayed that way because they didn't want people to look at me no other way than, you know, who I am, who my image was and who I was. He didn't want them to see that other side because I want a sexist rapper. I want somebody that's trying to, you know, sell my body or do that. He wanted me to be chat at all times. So yeah.
And they absolutely nailed that shit because your look is iconic, man. You one of the most iconic female rappers that when they see that picture, when they see them gold, man, let me see your gold shine. Slugging on them folks. If y'all don't know what slugging is, man, ask Lil Chat to smile.
No
Fuck you mean.
pullouts. No pullouts. Yeah.
Slugging on them folks' ass. So yeah, man, yo, even down to your hair. Man, you see how my hair is on my PTR. So just man, trying to be like you, man, like with the asymmetrical hairdos and shit. You see that shit coming back now, right? You see
Mm-hmm.
and you been doing this shit. So man, like
Yeah.
they have no idea how you been influenced the game. I just want to man say I appreciate you. I
Yeah,
swear
but
I do.
that's the crazy part. When the money came back, I seen somebody else like, y'all sit up there and clown little chat about how she wore her. Now all you hoes wearing her style.
Man, for real. I ain't a man.
I was like, yeah, now they can have it. Now they can have it. Now. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So I do have a question. I want to speak about this one thing, right? I'm gonna play a little bit of something. I need your story behind this right here. When you did this song right here.
All these so-called ballers want me, boy. I'm stout, you know I'm sexy. I'm the chat, you see I'm slow. Got you waiting at a toe. Ready to break me off a feet. Keep your girl on your payroll. See me switching.
So my question about that, right? So it was in the movie Baby Boy, right? Can you please give us that story about that? I watched the interview. We spoke about like they played your portions of the your portions in the movie. So can you speak on that right there, Baby Boy?
The crazy part of dropping that sound, just knew so with the shit, they so funny, they crazy. They knew that I used to be married to my baby daddy. Like real true story. I got married when I was 16. My mom signed the papers over for me to be married to him. And they knew that I had went through a divorce too. That, you know, I had left him and all that. So they knew that was gonna be the perfect song to put me on. Check, we got a song to put you on. I'm like, okay, what is it? And it ended up being that song right there. And this was way before Baby Boy got it. Because we had it first, you know, it's on the Choices album too. So by them hearing it, they wanted to get the song. Like, okay, so they wanted the song, and once they got the song, they put it in the movie, and they flew all us up. They flew us everybody, because everybody that was in the movie and everybody who did something on the soundtrack premiered the movie. So I got to meet everybody that was in the movie way back then. And they played the first verse, and everybody like, yeah, ooh, clapping and stuff. But then they played the second verse, and I was like, we need to tell John Sing there was two more other motherfuckers on this song too. So it was crazy. It was funny to me because keep in mind, I didn't know how big that I could be. I didn't know how big that I was gonna be. I just was rapping. This was something that I love to do. I didn't know the impact that I was gonna have and that I did have. So it was so normal to me that, you know, Paul and Juice them thought it was cute because I never that anything got me too overexcited. And I saw it and I was like, oh, okay. He was like, man, he just should have flew you up. You know. So that's pretty much for that.
That's fire. My only question before someone else goes next is like, so when you initially got your, I consider like fame in your city, right? How did that feel when somebody called you? Hey, instead of calling you by your first name, they're like, "What's going on in the chat?" You're like, "Wait, what?" So how did it feel when people started to really notice you in the city, giving you, what I'm saying, your props? So how did that feel when that happened?
Well, they was calling me Chat in school too, anyway. So I always was the girl that back in Crystal Palace days, skating ring days. I used to rap, talent shows. I always did that. Go on Beer Street. They got a stage, an open stage. I had to hit it. So I always was doing music locally anyway. But when people started noticing me everywhere, like I said, I used to work a job. I was managing Dixie Queen. I was working a job. And I love my job. I love my little back then. I was making like $600 a week. I'm loving my little job and rapping at the same time. But it came to the point that the people started coming to the job just, we want to see Chad. We want to see the rapper girl. They holding up my drive through. I'm like, man, look, y'all got to come on, man. Y'all can't be doing all this. This is my job. That's when Chicken Head came out. Chicken Head came out. I had been on Jenna Jones. I had been on what we do, Ricky Lake, and that it was big, the box was out. So they were like, we just want to see her, And then I was like, mine now. So it's to the point I had to lock my dining room and stuff because people would just come to hang out in there. Just tell me one day, like, Chad, you got to quit this job. I don't want to quit my job. I never quit my job. I never stopped hustling. I never not had a job. That's just how I am because I like money. And I don't like to have to need nobody. And, I'm just not one of those. I like to have the finest thing because even when they did sign me back then, and I had my own truck, I had my own house, I already had everything when I came to them. They was like, damn, you already living like you a rapper. I'm a Aries. That's what we do. We big bosses. So anyway, he was like,
Big fire sign.
he like, I don't need y'all to quit the job and stop doing anything that you doing. Cause like I said, I was hustling too. I'm like, wow, so he like, man, Trick Daddy asked about you. Trick Daddy from mine, Slip and Slide. They like, where you get this girl from? Who is that? He's like, man, people's calling about you. And man, he like, we gonna need you available, and I need your hands clean. I don't need you in no trouble. I just need you at the studio every day. I was like, damn, I gotta quit my job. And then I quit my job, and I was like, okay. And then I became a full-time rapper.
Oh, that's fire. So what was that experience like when you was like, man, I like being at my job, and then you go to just writing? That's wow. I can.
Yeah, I sure got a question about that. I wasn't gonna bring it up, but since she brought it up, everybody remember Chat used to be the manager of that joint, the Dixie Queen on Third and shit. Like,
The crazy part about it, I was a manager permanently on Mount Morale. What happened was
mm,
when I applied for the Dix Queen, they had me going from store to store like I was substituting and letting the other managers be out. And I used to be so young, they were hating on me. The older lady was like, "Who the manager? She the manager. How she the manager? That's what he just told you. I'm the manager." You know what I'm saying? Just simple as
right.
that. So they had me on all the stores. I worked 7 days a week in the beginning, but I was working to relieve other managers. And so
Yeah.
when they finally found me a permanent store, it was on Mount Morale. And I was just like, I loved my job. I loved it. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah, Dixie Queen fine as fuck.
then
Now,
they was letting me off when it was time to do shows. It didn't really bother me. I would have my cake and eating it too.
that's what's up. Now, being that pioneers like you, Gangsta Boo, Mia X, Trina, Lil Kim and Foxy, like being that y'all laid the foundation and the cornerstone for, female rapping, especially you, Boo and Mia X, like and Trina for Southern female rap. There wasn't certain opportunities back then, but there are now. So like if you see the collaboration that Glorilla did with Checkers and shit, and Meg The Stallion with Popeyes, and even like what's his face, Travis Scott with the Cactus Jack thing that he did. What you think about doing it full circle with Dixie Queen and shit, like doing a collab with Dixie Queen or franchising them joints out? Because outside of the city, nobody know what Dixie Queen is.
Sure, I would do it. I would love to do it. I would love to do it. No problem.
Yeah, we need to make that happen, man. Like franchise them joints, or you do a collab with Dixie Queen. I know the city will support
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go right ahead, Miss Melissa.
All right, so piggybacking off the prior question, I heard you make mention of, and I like the way that you made the statement. You said that you were just, it's all over you. Like you're just very chillaxed. You're just very relaxed because you already had a certain type of lifestyle. Like you had already had a certain type of standard and a way of living. So it wasn't too much that came into play to impress. So I'm gonna throw a name out there. This dime a dozen. Is that where that births from? Or something completely different.
Oh yeah, that came from, it's nothing. Anything that you got or anything that you want, it come a dime a dozen. You can
Hmm.
get it.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that a lot. And when I saw it, I was like, okay. And I was wondering, that was going to be my question, but I feel like that pretty much flows into that. You've already had it, so it wasn't a whole bunch of getting. Okay. And then balance is my second question because I'm a mom. My three children are grown, but I have 8 grandbabies, right? So trying to find balance between being a mom, having your passion, serving your purpose, creating your legacy and your destiny. How do you kind of manage that? Being a pet mom, all of that.
Ah yeah, I sure got 3 dogs and 2 cats now. And my son, he 29. Now growing up when he was smaller, my son pretty much was a good kid. He was a quiet. He kind of understood what was going on. So I used to have him in the studio with me a lot. And then any shows that was under, all ages, I bring him in the shows and stuff. So he pretty much kind of knew what was going on. But a lot of times, my mom was the one that was keeping him, especially when I was on tour and stuff like that. And then she got the writing letters talking about he didn't do his homework because he went to sleep and all that. I'm like, Mom, you gotta make sure he do his homework. He can't just
Mhm.
damn do what he wanna do. But how grandma babies be, they let the babies do everything. But in that, I was missing him, he was missing me. No matter how long I stayed away, when I came back, he knew this was mama. He always cried. So even my downtime, and me and my mom, we stayed on next street from each other.
Mm,
So yeah, when I bought my first house, I bought it on next street from the house that I grew up in.
nice.
In East Memphis, way back then, so over 5'5". Uh,
Mm,
my son, no matter how long I stayed gone, he knew that I was mama. He missed me. So even on my downtime, I couldn't go see him because I didn't want him to be crying and clowning when it was time for me to go. And
mhm,
then I get him still on the when I knew that I had some days to be here for a minute, not just one day. Then I go over there and see him. Then he crying when I leave. So I had at least 2 days and up to go see him. So I balanced that out like that. And then with my animals, I always had a mate that they got to be, to mess with me. You got to be an animal person because I love animals. If people ask me the favorite thing to love in the world, I ain't gonna say children. I ain't gonna say people. I'm gonna say animals because one thing about your animals, they love you regardless. They don't know nothing about who you is, what you got going. My animals wake up looking for me. They go to sleep looking for me. And when I come through that door, they think I'm Santa Claus. They love it. You
I
know.
love
They
that.
love they innocent. They innocent. When nobody don't love you, them animals do. They
The
don't
big
know what's
facts.
going on. They don't expect nothing from you but some love. That's it. So you got to be an animal person to deal with me.
Big facts. I can understand that. Okay, I'm gonna ask one more question, get out the way. Reference to reality type question. So crumbs to bricks. We good? We on the same page? Uh so crumbs to bricks, what's the first thing that you bought yourself when you actually had the money to get it? Just your first, this is dumb, but I'ma get it anyway.
My first car. And then the crazy part about it, I was finna be a manager at Checkers. I had just turned 18, and they was like, in order to work, you got to get a car. I didn't even know how to drive. I was
Ah,
like, oh, okay. They was like, you gonna have to know how to do this because you got to make bank deposits and all that. I was like, okay.
mhm.
So I went and I said, nah, I'm gonna buy this car. And I went about this car. It was a red Taurus. I'll never forget it. I bought it at nighttime. So I was like, okay, shoot, they charged me $1,200 for it. I was like, why they letting this car go for $1,200? So I was like, I'm gonna get it. Let me get this car. Man, please. It was so dumb. The reason why I was so dumb, because when I woke up the next morning, and drove it home and thought I was just all good. On the other side of it, they had the Soto Fire Department on the side of it.
I know you lying. I know you lying.
I was like, oh Lord. So I'm riding around with the DeSoto Fire Department thing on it. I got somebody to scrape the little letters out, but you still can see it if you look a little closer. I just said, man, forget it. Let's throw me some 15s in here, man. It's up. It's on.
Oh
And
my God.
that's
No,
what
You
I
both
first
finessed your ass. That's crazy.
that's what I first bought for myself.
I love it. What's the first thing you bought to eat?
Colette's Pizza, which I'm ordering right now. It's a story about Colette's Pizza. So if y'all ever come to Memphis, I say everybody there. Anybody that want to do meetings, that's why I take them there. There's also Elvis' favorite place, but we stayed in the South Memphis, and this pizza always smelled so good. But my mama could never afford it. She would never give us none. If she did give us some, it was never big enough for all of us. So we used to have to walk home from Stafford Elementary and smell this pizza all the time. And when I got old enough to have my own money, I went to Colette's, and I still do it right now. You ask my son, what's your favorite place to eat? He gonna say Colette's. You ask my nephew, what's your favorite pizza to eat? They gonna say Colette's, because I didn't birthed everybody on Colette's, and I got to still today, 2025. I got some coming out. It's on the way right now, DoorDash. I got to have me some Colette's. My mama messed us up with that. That's our spot. So
I
I
can
went and
dig
bought
it.
me some Colette's pizza because I smelled it too long.
Snap, you make me want
It's
some.
crazy because I
I
don't
know.
eat that. I'm from North Memphis. We gonna eat at X Line. Like I'm gonna eat at X. But I have
Yeah, you
paid.
need to try Colette's.
Colette's. All right, I'm gonna check that out. Oh yeah. So let me do a quick reset.
Hello everyone, it's great to have you here joining us and celebrating the chat and her greatness. Please be sure to follow her on YouTube and on Instagram at @LeChat_IG. And while you're at it, please follow the Great Lyricists Only podcast on Instagram as well. That's at Great Lyricists Only podcast. David, we're back to you.
All right. So go right ahead, Miss Swan.
Well, thank you, David. Okay, so I'm listening and everything, and I really love how your humility comes through. You know, you're not like even though you are a superstar, you don't give that above all else type of energy. And my question would be, how do you manage to stay grounded? How do you, even though you're well known and you got people clamoring at your job, happy to see you, like, how do you walk that fine line?
Because I'm one of the people that appreciate the love and don't take it for granted. I see a lot of celebrities and a lot of people be so rude to fans, and like these are people who make us famous. If it wasn't for you having fans and wasn't for people that loving you, then you wouldn't be who you are. And I'm one of the people that don't take it for granted. I love to be loved. I love to love, and it just let me know how much I put my foot in the game. When I go do shows. People be like, oh man, she down there. She just like she from our city. They whole city protect me. They'll protect my own security. Hold up, bro. Wait a minute. Because I kick you. We be so cool. And that's just how I am. That's why I call myself the hood home girl. Because I love to kick it. I love to love. Like I be telling folks, what y'all gonna do? Y'all ain't gonna get no points if y'all do something to me.
No, I love that. And then, I don't know what this man doing. I'm out here driving. My apologies. The way that we lost Gangsta Boo was unexpected. It was sad. It was accidental. How do you walk that line to keep yourself insulated from those types of incidences and indulgements? Like, how do you discipline yourself? Because, when we get to making money, well, I don't make money like you, but I would assume, right, that we get to those points where we kind of feel like we could do whatever we want. How do you discipline yourself to not be a victim to that?
Well, it's really kind of hard to do it because one thing about it, didn't, she was really just trying to party. You know what I'm saying? She didn't expect what happened to her to happen to her. So it's kind of hard, just like me. I might don't do the hard drugs that other people do, but I do. I'm gonna do something. It might don't be what everybody else doing, or smoke some weed, whatever. And it sometimes it be late, So you just have to be careful. You have to be careful out here. That's just pretty much what it is. You don't expect things to happen, but you can overdose or you can die of anything. You can choke on a bone. So you really just have to be careful. So I really can't just say I discipline myself from nothing because I don't. I can smoke some weed and it can be laced. Anything can be, you know, tainted with. So I just be careful. That's how.
No, and I appreciate you answering that question because we just didn't expect to lose her the way that we did, and I appreciate your candor. Because a lot of people would, cap like, oh, I don't do this and I don't do that. You kept it a buck, so I appreciate that too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Ain't no flies ain't going on with me. If I'm a shine mud, I ain't gonna do it.
And there's one thing about Lola, she ain't want no shame in her game either, man. She always put the game in her music and shit. When every Memphis rapper do, like, let me get your thoughts on this chat because I just want to shift it a little bit because that hurt me for sure losing Lola because my mama died January 2nd, 2021. And so while I'm grieving her, goddamn Gangsta Boo died January 1st, 2023. I'm like, God damn. So that shit just hurt me to lose my mama and to lose, Gangsta Boo because I would always write on her Instagrams and shit, tell her, man, you my shero, man. You raised me straight up. So let me shift it to this. You said you like love and everything like that. What's up with the reality show? I heard you got a reality show coming, me and my boyfriend.
Yeah, it's still coming. We have been working on it, but our cameraman, he had been going through a divorce or whatever, so he had kind of put it on hold. Matter of fact, we supposed to start back filming next week, to be exact. So I work with him just like I expect him to be patient with me. I didn't want to just jump off of him because he's going through some personal issues. But yeah, it's coming for sure. I'm older now. They don't want me to grow up. They won't let me grow up. And they be like, Chad, you in a relationship? I'm like, I've been in a relationship, nigga. I've been wifed 2 times. And I divorced
Fuck
these
you,
niggas
man.
2 times. Type shit. So, like, yeah, just this time I just feel like I'm older. And especially when Boo died, and I knew I really wasn't doing the music like I was. I took a break and then I just started living out loud, and showing a different kind of me. And I started seeing the people loved it, and I was like, you know what? Stay tuned, reality show, because I'm one of the ones that can really, I'm in control of myself. I'm not signed to no major that tell me what I can and can't do. I can do what I want to do. And I came up with the me and my boyfriend reality show.
Okay, now where you gonna be putting that at? You gonna be putting it like on Tubi or Zeus or where we gonna
Well,
be able
people
to
say
see
I
it?
should put it on Tube Business, but you know me, I'm mine. I start from Crumbs to Bricks. YouTube, something that everybody got.
Yeah.
YouTube, it's still gonna be the same. Word of mouth. That's how I do.
Fuck you mean. Yeah, I can't wait to see this shit. Hey, you got one of
Yeah.
the most iconic ad libs in the motherfucking rap game. I just want to let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, that you ain't know, motherfuckers stay want to say that soon. I say, yeah, I'm from Memphis, I'm from North Memphis. Motherfucker be like, you ain't know? I'm like, man, check from South Memphis, Westwood. But yeah, I thank you for putting us on the map, man. Everything y'all did. Hypnotize Camp Posse, Hypnotize Camp Mind, everybody over there. I appreciate everything y'all did with putting us on the map. Because now we got the, second resurgence coming around of, Memphis artists and shit taking over. But I felt like we was always on top. Like, that was my idea. Like, what's your idea on that? Because I always felt like we never dropped off. Like, we always had consistent rappers, whether it was Ballin' G, Tila, goddamn Player Fly, 3 6, Lil White, like Pat. So I always felt like we had consistent artists. Do you feel like we ever dipped off, or
You
what you
know, we,
see?
we gonna feel that way because we our biggest fans. We didn't bump nobody but Memphis music. We our independent artists, our underground artists, our slept on artists, our artists that people don't know about, they harder than the majors that's out in any other city. I stamped it. So it's like we can ride around and we bump Memphis music all day. That's what raised us. And we still to this day we bump Memphis music. So no way we thought we fell off. No way we thought we think we can fall off because Memphis music is, man, the way we talk, that's how we rap. Like I say it all the time, man, we be really just talking to y'all in this rap. The way we rap, that's how we talk.
For sure.
All right. Let's hop in the time machine for a minute. All right, it's October 2021. You 23. Your album debuts. Number 78 on the Billboard Top 200. So you debut in the top 100 of the Billboard Top 200. How you feeling?
Man, I was feeling good because the crazy part about it, I was supposed to have dropped in September, but when 9/11 came about, it kind of pushed me back. And I ended up dropping in October, and I dropped a week after Choices. You know, I want their Choices, they major, they was already major. And the Choices dropped, and then Emergency Spoke dropped right after it. So I actually did good. Now I'm riding around, you know, Bootleggers was out then. I'm riding around, I'm just, you know, looking around, and then I'm at the liquor store one day, and some girls just jump out the car. Don't sing it, ho. You better bring it home. Talking about wild, and I ain't knowing this me because I always ride behind 10. I'm like, dog, these folks, I'm looking around there, folks just pulling up. I said, wait a minute, these folks bumping me. How the hell they get it? And I ain't even heard it yet. You know what I'm saying? I like, these folks is out here. I'm talking about then it just everywhere I went. Like I went to the club lot because that's where everybody flicking it. You just hear me. Yeah, I'm like, these folks is bumping me. Everywhere I'm going, these folks bumping me. So I'm like, man, I told Possum, I need to hear the CD. Everybody out here bumping it. Y'all try to keep it all secret from me. Cause I like that one thing about them niggas was street. But they was funny street. I was like, let me just hear the album. Let me just like, nah, man, cause we don't want it to get leaked. And it's leaked. Everybody in the city bumping it. Like, dog, at this point, Paul, I deserve to hear my album. Cause he used to say, you gonna hear it when it drop. I like, oh Lord. So then I told him it was leaked. One day he let me hear it. We was on the plane. He let me hear it on the headphones. And I was like, okay then. All right. And I felt good.
Yeah, I definitely owe you some money, man, because I had that motherfucker early in the morning. My 2 jumped in, right? Talking plenty of shit. I owe you some money, chat, my bad.
You one of them people buying them records? That's crazy.
But they had them hoes. You can go to Cats and get them motherfuckers or shit. You can anywhere, anybody. Shit, Gotti was out there at Ridgecrest apartment slanging them joints when he was Lil Yo and shit. So yeah, check tape in the car and shit. I was about 13 in 2001 when that hoe came out. For sure, I owe you some money.
And La Femme, if you want to come on up, La Femme, come on right on up, Miss La Femme.
Hi, LaChat. I am a freaking big fan of you. My name is LaFemme Nakia. I'm an artist myself. My question to you was, how do you feel about the female artists today? Do you feel like they are holding down the fort like they're supposed to? And can you give me your top 3 female artists that stand today that's in the rap game?
Oh yeah, I love it. I love to see the women taking control because they always used to say it was a male dominant game. And I know some men that don't even like female rappers. And I love to see the women, man, bounding it. And yeah, I think they doing what they supposed to do. I like Glorilla, I like Lotto, and I like Mia X.
Oh my God. 3 of my top favorites. So I'm okay. I'm rocking with that. That was my only question I had for you. Just know I'm a big fan of you. You one of the reasons that I am rapping today. You one of my favorite artists. I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep that hood shit out there. Keep standing on their fucking necks. They know what the fuck going on.
Thank you.
That's fine. All right, go right ahead, Miss Melissa. And again, Miss LaChat, thank you for being here this evening. Once again, I really appreciate you and your time. Thank you. Again, we love you. I'm gonna keep saying we love you. You know what I'm saying? I love you. Thank you so much. We love you so much. for everything. Okay, so thank you. So go right ahead, Miss Melissa.
Big facts. So then I have momentum questions, which is where's your favorite stage in the world?
What is what?
Your favorite stage?
Mm, gotta say the FedEx Forum.
The FedEx Forum. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything that you have done, is there anything else you want to do, or do you just want to kind of relax in the legacy that you've already created?
Uh, I want to do movies, like my own movies. I want to do soundtracks like my own.
I like that. Okay. And then last but not least, and then I'll pass that. I heard somebody ask you um about lines or lyrics. What do you have a specific song or lyric that's a constant repeat? Maybe it's like your affirmation to self. Maybe it's a reminder to stay like Miss Don't Play Say on their necks. Maybe it's something that just reminds you of a moment in time or your son, anything of that nature. Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, chicken head.
Hell yeah. And salute to that.
Yeah, you like my outfit? Don't even fake the deal. I thought you said you had your girl on a light bill. Fuck you mean, man? Hey, chat. Thank you for putting the city on and always putting this shit in your lyrics, man, to keep the city relevant and shit. Like, I'm just so proud of you. But let me just touch on this real quick because you just mentioned me at X though. I know last week y'all had the People's Hip Hop Awards at the Cannon Center and shit. How did that come about? Because they had Omar Good and Big O hosting, and we had the pleasure of interviewing him too. So how did that come about? Mia X got her Lifetime Achievement Award on that day. How did that come about, and who, when you gonna get yours? Because you definitely deserving of your Lifetime Achievement Award too.
Well, I got mine year before last, and also I don't know how I don't mention this. I also just got the proclamation from the city, from the mayor
Yeah, I
this year.
seen that.
So I also just did an overseas tour at the age of 47. You know what I'm saying? So I think lifetime achievement have been achieved at this point. But he did give me one a year and a half ago, the same award place. And I met them through Boo. They gave it to Boo first, and then they gave it to me after her. And then last year they brought me to do a tribute to Boo, and then this year they gave it to me.
Okay, okay. That's what's up. Well, congratulations and definitely. So you got your own day in the city, right? What it is, June
No,
16th?
they didn't give me a day. They gave me the proclamation. And like, if you can Google what proclamation is, it's really like a stamp, a
Okay.
certification. And I say all the time that, even when Boo died, I saw the mayor. They came and they gave her mama her proclamation and all that. So I'm glad that I was alive to receive the proclamation. It's like, just a Memphis stamp. Put it that way.
For sure. And that's what's up. So Mel Young gave you that John. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, because you definitely deserving of all your flowers for putting that shit on the map, man. Crowing to a brick, don't sing it, ho. You better bring it, ho. Man, you got my ass beat for singing your song, for real, though. Salt shakers, man, warned us about hating assholes that be all up in your grill. But what the fuck is a peanut butter motherfucker nappy weed bitch? Can you please
Okay.
break it down to me
Okay.
one
Let
more
me.
time in my life?
Okay, so peanut butter. By the way, I just did that video, so y'all make sure y'all check it out.
Yeah.
I also did Slide on My Cat a year and a half ago. I also did Cross the Bricks video. Like I said, I'm in control now. So a lot of things that I wanted to do, and I'm just having fun with this shit at the same time. A lot of things that I wanted to do, I can do. Because like I said, I'm my own boss. But peanut butter motherfucking nappy weed bitch is like a motherfucker that just be hating on you but want to be you at the same time. They be hating on you, but they really love you. They hate the fact that they love you, type shit.
They be all up in your face, but they smile ain't real, man. I appreciate you putting on all the game. I swear to God, like y'all really shaped the way I look at like life. Cause man, I'm 10 years old talking about some goddamn, I know a little freak in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was from Hollywood, so I never wanted that on me. So I just appreciate y'all put me on the game and shit on everything, like how to treat these folks and just putting that mentality in our head that's never left me. That's still in me, even though I done moved away from the city. Like they still in me. So I appreciate you always, putting that in there and making sure that these folk pay homage and shit. I saw the way you got them card their ass too about that big ass. You ain't gonna talk about that, but
Hey, wait. Give me one
but
second.
yeah, pay homage though.
Here we go. You talking about this right here?
Man, it be the process, always trying to dynamic. All the time it be these chickens wishing they can be little check. Ain't no way that you can beat me, I got thuggin' in my blood. Cooking post chops in that rice, making scrubs, fall in love. Know you wish that you can ride my ride and stay up in my crib. Making cheese, cashing checks, yeah you know that's how I live. Hope that you can be like me, freak I'm just like Pimpin' King. Checking traps for a sugar daddy, take a minute.
Yeah, that's that fire right there, boy. That's that peanut butter. And you also say you did a slob on my cat, which is this right here.
Slob on my cat, get it nice and wet. Check in with me, holla at Lil Chat.
Okay.
Fuck with your girl, lick on my pearl. Suck up all the nut, like you was a squirrel. Let me on the bed, tumble between my legs. Ooh, you got me shaking, I grip you by your head. You naughty boy, you good at this of course. The way you got me coming, you did this shit before. Now you wanna hit, cause you took a lick. Leave your dick hard, go holla at your bitch.
Whoa, that's a slob on my cat.
Devin!
Yeah, I mean. That's that crazy right there. Of course,
Imagine being 13 years old singing this shit. I got my ass beat in.
I also got a part two out. I'm gonna do a video to that one too.
Oh, okay. Oh, then
Yeah.
so go ahead, Swan.
So like I heard you mention you want to do movies and soundtracks. Have you, thought about tapping in with 50 or Tubi or Zeus for that matter? Like what like not to get too deep in your business, but like what's the grand scheme of what you kind of want to do going forward?
Well, like I said, a lot of people didn't suggested the tube and all that, but in my thought, I'm just thinking of straight YouTube because you got to think about it. YouTube got movies on it all the time, and they got reality shows like y'all asked about the Me and My Boyfriend reality show. Uh, I don't see nothing wrong with it going on YouTube, and then if it go get bigger, then just go with the flow. That's straight up crumbs to bricks because numbers don't lie. And then if I put it out through YouTube and they see what I did through YouTube, then they have to give me a bigger check to put it on their platform.
I dig it. And then like do you have like aspirations of doing like LeChat the family woman, LeChat the mother, LeChat the housewife? Do you have any aspirations for that?
Well, yeah, I got a movie that I was writing now called A Mother's Pain. It's basically like, you never know the extent that you'll go for your child, so I don't want to get a movie up, but it's one of those. It's one of those. It's about, my child get in trouble. I can't make it my real child because it's based on a true story. And I have to, instead of son, I have to do a daughter and say she got in some trouble and some people lied on her. And, it got ugly. It went all the way to the extent that, went to court and my child got found guilty and they really wasn't. And then, a mother got to do what they got to do. You just never know the extent that you'll go when it comes to your children. So, A Mother's Pain is a movie that's I already wrote, and we'll be coming to y'all soon. I got The Mother's Pain. I got Gangster Girls. It's based on 5 different girls, all different kind of females, and they got all type of different hustles. So I'm already speaking it to existence, but I'm also writing it and moving it to existence because I'm 47 years old. I'm still on the road. I still have fun doing it, but I got to turn up with their ass to do it. Other than that, they can't get the norm with me. I have to be like, man, break them bottles out. Do. I got to turn myself back to Lil Chat to do it. But I can't be doing it forever. I want to trans over to the movies, so I'm already writing on them and I'm already making it happen.
That's what's up. And that 47 looks good on you, man. Let me tell you. Man, I see you out here doing your thing. You'd had a busy ass August, huh? Like
Yeah,
you had,
mine had a
yeah.
busy ass year.
That's what's up. Say that. I seen you were doing it, rest in peace to Boo. You had the Lola birthday bash and everything.
Ah, yeah, that's the third one. I did it every year that she been gone. I'm continue to do it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate you keeping her memory alive, man. Definitely. Uh I see that you and Serty Mac been hosting some things in Memphis and stuff. Y'all been busy. How do you find the stamina chat to keep up with these young folk? Cause you be right there in the middle still getting crunk and shit.
I think I'm a person that's just never bored, and I'm always thinking of things to do. I always love things to do. I just do it. I think I don't know. I might sleep got ADHD or some shit. Cause I can I can't, my mind just always thinking of something to do. And that's how I came up 5 years ago, really, with the open mics in Memphis and stuff. I did that for 5 years. And then now during COVID, I do chat where that way. I've been doing it for 4 years. I was doing it on Mondays, but I changed to Tuesday last year. And they were indie artists. They submit their music and we play it on my live, on my Instagram, on my Facebook. And they tell if it's good, you get chat way. If it's bad, you get that way. And I came up with that during COVID. And we still been doing it. They still love it.
Okay, go ahead and tell them where they can submit their music to, so you can is it an email or just send it to your IG? Put your socials out there so they can submit it for the chat way or that way.
The
Shit.
email is 5for show, FIE, the letter 4, show, SHO, @gmail.com. Send it and then make sure that you have MP3, YouTube. I really want MP3, really. If it's an MP3, make sure you do that.
Okay,
Don't
y'all heard it, man. Send y'all music so little chat can review your shit, man. Chat way or that way. You said on Wednesdays on IG?
Well, I do Tuesdays now.
Tuesday, okay.
hmm
Go right ahead, Melissa.
Okay, so since we're going to wrap this up, I guess I'll bring it to a end of the thing question. With everything that you have, everything you've collected, still managing to stay balanced, everything we've talked about, and probably 1,000 more hours of things we could talk about. What's the 3 pieces of wisdom that you would give to the people that's listening, the people that's thinking about it, the people that's in it, trying not to get weary, and the ones who are there, but maybe need to come down to, off their high horse a little bit and learn how to remain poised and humble, quite like yourself.
When I tell them keep God first, because you can't do nothing without Him. I also
Period.
tell them, do it for fun. Anything that you're trying to do, make it a hobby. If you work a job, whatever, and invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Nobody can believe in you like you can. That way, everything will fall in place. Because once you invest in yourself and somebody else see how much you love yourself, all they need to do is add with it. If they come along. I also say keep going. Only you can take yourself out of it. This with anything. I ain't just talking about music. I'm just talking about anything that you're trying to do. You get out of what you put in it. If you ain't putting a whole lot in it, don't expect a whole lot. And then if you putting a whole lot in it, you're gonna get a whole lot in it. Like me, I'm perfectly fine with the pace that I'm going because now, 2025, I got a brother, Womack the Omen, which he do music. Y'all look him up. He been paralyzed like 16 years from the neck down. I got him in the home with me. I also went and kidnapped my mom last year. She just turned 74 years old.
Ew.
And they good. And I like it because at the pace I'm going, who else would gonna be able to do it? And so I'm still able to take care of them. I'm still able to do my music and I'm still able to be good. So I can't expect a whole big old lot out of it because I ain't giving it a whole big old lot. I already been there, done it. I don't got no point to prove no more. I'm very comfortable in life. I'm very happy in life. And glory to God and all the fans that been supporting me all these years that don't want to see me grow up, but they gotta let me grow up.
Well, amen to that. All glory to God for sure. May your territory continue to be enlarged and you be restored 100-fold for giving all this out today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And Big Ock has a question. Go right ahead, Big Ock.
All right. out of all the collabs that you've done, like what was your favorite collab?
With Gucci Mane, stick 'em up.
All right, why was that your favorite?
Cause I was a Gucci fan, like I like the street stuff, and everybody that I did features with, they always came looking for me. They always like, man, I need to get a little chat on this. And Gucci is our own biggest fan. Like I see him, he don't even write. He was so excited just to even be rapping on his own song. He was like, yeah, man, ooh, this so bumping. Wait till y'all hear this. Ooh, I'm finna kill it. Yeah, he was down to earth, and he really didn't know his status, how big he was either.
All right, that's fire. All right, I got one more question too. All right, your Murder She Spoke was classic. That was your debut, and I'm sure that was your baby, pretty much. But what made you run it back with part two? Like, what made you feel like you had to do part two?
Right, cause it was what it was. I got a whole lot of more albums in the middle of that.
Yeah, I know.
And a whole lot of mixtapes in the middle of that too. But I just felt like it was time to do Murder She Spoke Part 2, which I'm also been back talking to Selecto at the time so we can get back together and promote that album, because the guy who was behind the album, he passed, and so it kind of put it on hold. And also that's who me and Boo did Witch with. So I finally got in contact with some more of the people, the brothers and all that, and I'm gonna re-promote that album as well.
All right, that's fire. All right, that's really all I got. I appreciate you for answering my questions. I appreciate you for being here with us.
Thank you. I guess one of my I got a few questions left also, right? So I know you spoke about this before, but when you did create this song, can you give us a breakdown on how it came about with this one?
Yeah, you like my outfit. Don't even fake the deal. I thought you said you had your girl on the light bill.
Always in my face, talking this and that. Girl, I had to buy some rims for the Cadillac.
You ride clean, but your gas tank is on D.
Yeah, please speak on that right there. I love that song, but how did it come about?
Patty had just got out of jail, and he was like, man, Chad, I got this song that I need you on. I really need you on. I know you gonna kid it. I was like, what is it? He like, it's called Chicken Head. He like, I want you to roast me on that joint. We gonna be roasting each other. And I was like, okay. And so when they was playing it, I started writing. I started out writing, and then he came beside me and was like, what you got? I heard my first line. Then he sat down and he wrote his line. Then I wrote my line, and then, it went just like that. And we ended up dropping it, and it came out to be Still Hot 2025.
Hell yeah, them folks in the chat saying that that's one of the most iconic back and forth. Y'all up there with like Styles and Jadakiss and shit when it comes to that for sure. How does it
Yeah.
feel to be a meme, man? Now they got the meme with you pulling up in the rocking back and forth and shit where you finna flick on the nigga in the
Yeah, so they don't know that's that Memphis right there.
man,
That's that
yeah.
Memphis. We pull up on Beale Street, by you cut somebody off, then you give them that look like, what's up? Hey, what you gonna do? Hey, spirit. Then you flick on some more. Then the next person, you get them to look too. Yeah, what's up? What's up with it? Nothing. Then you keep going, That's that Memphis.
Man, how does it feel to like watch all your classic shit become like new? These kids just discovering it again on TikTok. I seen the Marcus 901 with Juke into the you ain't mad, is you? Yeah,
Yeah.
how does it feel for you to get older in hip hop and sit back and watch like all your shit be rediscovered by these young ass kids and stuff? How does that feel?
Feel good. It let me know I put my foot in the game. Like even now when I do my shows and these people be packed out and they be singing that stuff word from word, they know it better than me. It just let me know, I put my foot in it, and I'm grateful. It feels very good. I'm one of those.
Yeah, you did that, man, for sure.
And I never had a ghostwriter. I wrote all my music.
Oh, you know what? That's to be commended because a lot of folks. Let me do this right here. Yeah, that's official because I think when people have such great rhymes, it's like, oh, somebody had to write that for that person. I'm glad that you actually wrote your stuff, and thank you for doing such. Let's Don't Play. You got a question before we leave out?
I did just have one comment
good
since he
thing,
brought up that, just because he brought, I'm gonna piggyback off what he's talking about in terms of the flow, right? And just to wrap up this whole paying homage thing, because it's very important. Like, so chat, I argue on this motherfucker all day long, man. I argue about like how And I feel this way. You can tell me if you feel this way or not. I know that Gangsta Boo voiced this before, that she felt the same way. Like, Atlanta would not have a rap scene if it wasn't for Memphis. Like, I be trying to tell these folks, if you really know, you know what I'm saying? It burns me up because I ain't even, like, I got the same story as Dolph. I was born in Chicago, raised in Memphis, but you would never know, you know, with my accent and shit. So, like, it just burns me up when you hear the word crunk. Like, if we playing word association, and if you hear crunk music, you automatically associate that shit with Atlanta and you know, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. So it be burning me up. It's like, if you really know, man, Memphis was getting crunk way before any of that other shit. So it's just like, in terms of when it comes to paying homage, like, how important is it to tell the story? You know, even down to like Trap Music Museum, right? Like, them folks got T.I. up there and Jeezy and Gucci, but it's like, damn, I feel like Gotti supposed to be up there too. You know what I'm saying? So how important is it to remind people like, hey man, Memphis got a story to tell. Like, y'all really can't tell the Southern rap scene story without including us. Like, isn't it? Do you check people on that, or do you correct them, or, you know, educate them? How important is that to you?
Well, I got to disagree on the Atlanta will have a music or a flow if it weren't for us, because they don't rap nothing like us, and we don't rap nothing like them at all. You know, they got their own little country little talk, their own little accent. We street, we hardcore. They is a different kind of crunk because they like a club is crunk. We crunk too, but we gangster with it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna say some gangster shit. We ain't finna be like, turn it up, get the booty, get it, pop it in the air. We gonna say, pop them Glocks, pop your trunk, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole different demeanor than Atlanta. Now, they might, you know, coming along with it now, but growing up and listening to Atlanta and Memphis, you most definitely can distinguish the difference between the two cities. They was nothing like us. We was nothing like them. They had their own style. We got our own style. You know, so.
You know what though? Speaking of that, right? So, how old were you when you made this right here?
A hoe I would never be. That shit does not faze me. The L to the A to the C to the H to the A motherfucking T. Lil' Chad is my fucking name. Pimpin' and playin' is my fucking game. And hoe I got the knowledge and the brains on how to cake a mind. The gack always at my side. The nine always in my hand. A chicken nigga bitch is what I am. Don't you understand? Silly sis hoes with Anna. Gonna make Lil' Chad have to get stand up.
How old were you made that right there?
I was like 13, 14 years old. Around the same age. You know, I was young in my primes. Young in my young girl stage.
That's fire. Like, man, yeah, that's fire, man. Shout out to Tommy, you know, Mr. Tommy Wright the third, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for putting you on the track as well.
Yeah, so even if you listen back to that type of music, my girl, like, Atlanta wouldn't make no music like that. You know, we so different from everybody. If you think about 8Ball and MJG, Atlanta wasn't making no music like them. If we want to talk about like our artists, this to help you better understand my answer. As much as I want to agree with you, you know, but I gotta say that, man, nobody like Memphis. They could try to be, but they just didn't. Even to tear the club up, song one like they club songs. Our stuff was so gangster and so grimy and so street that it couldn't be duplicated. Am I making sense?
Right, I definitely agree, but yeah, I just feel like, you know, cause we would turn the club up and shit. Like, you know, I'm from New Memphis, so when them up and say, throw this sign in their face, gang sign in their face, make them bitches fight, what, make them whole fight. So it's like, yeah, that was our crunk shit. Then we were gangster walking, but then if your Gotti don't go over and start fucking with TVT, he never meet Lil Jon, and you don't get throw them bowl, break a nose, put your ass up, you on the 24, you don't get to hear bi like, you don't get that if Gotti don't go over there and fuck with them. So that's kind of what I mean in terms of you don't get the Migos with the triplet flow if you don't get Lord Infamous, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? So that what I mean. I
Yeah.
feel like the nigga bit our style and, you know, took the baton and ran with it. Then our producers ran down there. You know, you got Tay Keith, Drummer Boy, Kid Shine, like everybody just ran down there because that's what you kind of had to do at that time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I
Now,
feel that.
if you think about it, Lord Infamous can say a whole verse without breathing. I ain't seen it done yet. I ain't seen nobody in Atlanta do it yet. You know, my Lord Emma can rap. You be like, this nigga still rapping. He ain't even took a
Right.
break. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact they might get that little but they ain't nothing like Lord Emma. These people like nothing like Memphis. They could try to be, but they ain't. They don't even pronounce the words like we do. We gonna tell them motherfuckers lock them in the trunk, drag them in the river, dump them in the backyard. That's the type of shit we on. You know
That's
what
a
I'm saying?
fact.
Versus them, they can say BRB, we gonna say man, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole totally different persona. Like we ain't play that shit. If you tell now music, we ain't play that shit. Wasn't nothing nice about it. Even the nice songs wasn't nice.
Right.
Look at 8 Ball and them. Lay it
You
down.
hoes
You
lay
hoes lay it
it
down.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
down.
Lay it down, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even the nice songs weren't nice. We ain't play that shit. So don't even give Atlanta that much credit, but I fuck with Atlanta because they my number one supporters. So I'm not downing them. I'm just really giving them their own identity. They nothing like Memphis. Memphis nothing like them.
And that's what's up. Dig
Yep,
that.
yep, yep.
That's what's up. I appreciate you, Chad, for being here tonight with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here at Great Lyricist Only Podcast, dedicated to, you know what I'm saying, the Glorias, I should say, my mother Gloria. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Lola, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you. And I just wanted to play this one little last song that it really struck me when I first heard it. So I should have played this in the middle, but I had to play this song, man. So yeah, I don't have any questions. I just love this song right here.
Every time I close my eyes and night, your face is all I see.
I can't believe it's real. I can't believe it's true. I can't believe I'm serious. Shedding tears about you. Miss Lola Mitchell, legendary fucking gangster boo. My heart broken. How do I keep going without you? The only sister that I had. Both of us, we lost our dad. Only daughters to our mothers. Love a penny pad.
Live Lola, man. Long
I had
live Lola.
to let you play that song because that's the only time I really play it is when other people play it. And that was featuring the Reds Deshaun. That could have been like the hardest song I ever wrote. Like I could write a song in a second. That song right there, it was so hard for me to write because I was so caught up in my feelings that it was hard for me to write. But it was real and it's true. I also got the video out to it, and I was like, I gotta do something for, and I said I gotta do the letter to Lola. And I did, and the song really supposed to be bigger than what it is, but I haven't healed enough to blow it up. It's like I just was in London and they wanted me to do it on this podcast, a big old podcast. And soon they played it, I started crying. So it's like I haven't even healed myself enough to make the song as big as it's supposed to be. And I be feeling like I want to let other people heal. So the song ain't big as it's supposed to be because every time I play it, I still cry myself. But it will be one day because it's still out and the video's still out. It's out there. One day I'm going to push it full throttle, but I'm going to have to get strong enough to do it.
Hey, man. Say, man. What would Lola say? Just like she used to push that shit on you. What would Chad say, nigga? What would Lola say? Get off your
Yeah.
ass and make that shit pop for Lola. I understand, though. You need your... Like I said, that shit fucked me up because it was, man, 2 years after my mama passed, that shit happened, man. 2 days before. I was like, God
Yeah, because
damn.
when you
So,
think about Gangsta Boo, even though she got gangster in front of her name, my Boo never heard her song.
right.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't have no time to get married. She ain't have no time to have children. She really was just being her, just being Boo, talking about a different type of loyal, cause she crazy, man. Boo crazy as much. She gonna bust somebody out. She don't care. You could be her friend. And if you say something about me, she gonna let it be known right there in front of your face. Like, nah, you said this about Chat. That's what you said. you know. She's crazy, man. She's fun. She's honest. And sometimes I remember I was talking to Boo, I was telling her something about somebody before, and she ended up saying, I said, girl, why did you say? That's what you said, Chad. You told me that. That don't mean you supposed to have told them. so she don't, that's just how she is. She also, I had to learn, well, if I don't want it to get out or don't want it to be so told, just don't tell it to Boo. You know what I'm saying? Because Boo is going, if she want to tell it, she going to tell it, and she going to tell you she told it. You know what I'm saying? So you never have to worry about asking her, Boo, did you say this? She going to let you know, yeah, I said it. Because I had to say it, and that's what happened. You is that type of way. I did, yeah. If somebody say, Boo said this. She gonna say, yeah, I said it. And gonna tell you why she said it. So, she just always been her. And I just feel like, she was tricked out of spot. But, it is what it is.
That's understandable.
Long live Lola, man.
Long live
For
Lola,
sure.
man. This is the last question, so no more questions after this. We gotta wrap it up. Again, we have to respect Miss Daniels, aka LeChat's time.
Because I got that little Caletus in there.
Yeah. Oh, you got your food?
Oh, yeah, you got.
Oh, yeah, we gotta hurry up, man. She gotta get her food, man.
Oh, no, it's her. I got a fry and stuff.
Oh, okay. All right, so what's the one message you want to leave the world, especially the next generation of women coming up in hip-hop? That's the last question of the night.
Like I always say, keep God first and remain humble, because you can be big today and small tomorrow.
It is.
And that's that on it from the bitchy, the bitchy, you love to hate, man. We appreciate you, chat.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Oh, let me just play this.
Good evening. This is the Great Lyricists Only podcast, and we've been interviewing LeChat. We would like to say thank you for her time, her energy, her stories. Yeah, no, we've loved all of it. We've loved hearing more about her life, her journey, and the music business in general. And we've loved the little nuggets that we've heard. So, it's time to say goodnight. So take care, everyone.
Yeah, so thank you so much, man. Again, thank you for being here again at Great Lyricists Only Podcast. Don't forget that's on Instagram, and also the host of the show. I'm also going to have their links on there too, so you can follow them as well, which is Melissa, the exclusive, and Big Hawk. And again, thank you so much. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you. God bless.
We've got it down to a fine art between us now.
And again, thank you so much for being here at Great Lyricists Only Podcast.
Shout out to my mother, Gloria. God bless you all.
Again, we have to respect Miss Daniels, aka LeChat's time.
Because I got that little Caletus in there.
Yeah. Oh, you got your food?
Oh, yeah, you got.
Oh, yeah, we gotta hurry up, man. She gotta get her food, man.
Oh, no, it's her. I got a fry and stuff.
Oh, okay. All right, so what's the one message you want to leave the world, especially the next generation of women coming up in hip-hop? That's the last question of the night.
Like I always say, keep God first and remain humble, because you can be big today and small tomorrow.
It is.
And that's that on it from the bitchy, the bitchy, you love to hate, man. We appreciate you, chat.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Oh, let me just play this.
Good evening. This is the Great Lyricists Only podcast, and we've been interviewing LeChat. We would like to say thank you for her time, her energy, her stories. Yeah, no, we've loved all of it. We've loved hearing more about her life, her journey, and the music business in general. And we've loved the little nuggets that we've heard. So, it's time to say goodnight. So take care, everyone.
Yeah, so thank you so much, man. Again, thank you for being here again at Great Lyricists Only Podcast. Don't forget that's on Instagram, and also the host of the show. I'm also going to have their links on there too, so you can follow them as well, which is Melissa, the exclusive, and Big Hawk. And again, thank you so much. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you. God bless.
We've got it down to a fine art between us now.
And again, thank you so much for being here at Great Lyricists Only Podcast.
Shout out to my mother, Gloria. God bless you all.